This is a German 88 millimeter flak cannon, the Flak 36. It was feared throughout World War II. So what did we do? I mean, we got 1,000 of them. We put them on a hill. We got Germans with stupid bolt-action rifles defending them. And 20,000 American troops armed with nothing but cans of Spam and submachine guns. And they need to attack this heavily fortified position. There are 20,000 of them because we have an update in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, and we want to see just how powerful these cannons are. Oh my god. They're devastatingly powerful. The numbers of attacking troops are already down to under 25%. The range on those things is insane. There's only 15. How is that possible? I mean, I realize the German 88 cannons are rightfully feared, but I had no idea they were this powerful. We're gonna need to send 1,000,000 men. So as we start the battle, we've got to understand just how powerful these things are. And even if the troops do break through, they're gonna have to get through the riflemen first. This is gonna be tough. But I mean, 200,000. Oh wow. I just realized a factor of 10 is big. It really is. They're spread out more now, so I wonder just how much more difficult it is going to be able to, well, destroy a lot of them. So the enemy's already opened fire. The shells are coming in. We're starting to see the numbers drop. Let's see what it looks like as the shells make impact. Oh, it looks like it's popcorn, except instead of little corn kernels getting baked, it's a bunch of soldiers. Kind of sombering, except for the fact that this is a battle simulator, and that's what happens in battle simulators. Battles get simulated, and AI get die. We're down to under 100,000, so 50% casualties, and we haven't even closed the lines. Look at these poor troops. Someone's gonna hit them. No one sees them yet. Are these the brave few that are gonna actually get somewhere? Get in the crater. It's cover. I'm actually surprised they're still alive. So many shells flying overhead. Oh, they've met up with some of their friends. Oh, the shells hit off the bunker system. Some of them are going to get through, but there's still about 2,000 defenders. Oh, and they're just now starting to get hit, except for this guy. Look at this guy. This guy's getting a Medal of Honor, dang it. He's actually got shots off. Well, I guess if he gets a Medal of Honor, these guys got to get it too, right? Hans! How come we can't see the enemy, Hans? The American troops are scattered to the winds. They're having to pull through the various trench networks, which make it a huge obstacle to approach the enemy, because it basically forces them down choke points, which turn into literal killing fields, as you can see here, where it's a strawberry jam factory. Well, we are going to have to regroup if we're going to take on this German position. I wanted to add... Whoa, not 10 million, my goodness. 1,000 American tanks. The Shermans. We're going to give the Germans 10,000 troops, though. Oh my gosh, as the battle starts, the cannons immediately fire. Oh, that's a lot of Sherman tanks. They're pretty strong. Before the German 88mm guns came along, these guys were the top dogs in the field. And it doesn't look like the German 88s are able to one-hit kill them. So, oh my gosh, it's like an army of ants. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. This is what remains of 2 million troops and 1,000 tanks. 1,000 tanks is a lot. I just counted, and it's a lot. I think the German 88s have met their match. In real life, I'm pretty sure historically accurate version, if they're not firing high explosive rounds and they're firing armor-piercing rounds, it should be more than enough to crush through a Sherman tank. Oh, the Shermans are opening fire. Well, at least some of them are. They're not able to hit yet, but they're breaking through this little pocket right here. This little area, if the Germans don't start focusing their attention here, is going to be a massive breakthrough. It could be a killing field, or it could be a pocket of breakthrough. Oh, the Sherman tanks are getting destroyed, and they just disappear. You don't even see the bodies. Well, I guess the hulks of the tanks, like, it's like they're getting teleported to another realm. Look at all these people just flying everywhere. Someone needs to make a battle simulator that's somewhere in between Tabs and Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Tabs with all the physics, in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator with the scale. If only we know a YouTuber who could make our dreams become reality in game form. If only a project like that is already under works. I can't wait to share it with you guys, which I'm hoping it's going to be soon. So the Germans are taking casualties, and interestingly enough, there's these little circles where troops are missing. I think that's actually where the Sherman tanks were able to fire. Speaking of Sherman tanks, I don't think there's any left. I can't see them. But the Americans are getting a really good pocket of fire right here, but I don't know if they're able to kill enough of these troops and even enough of the cannons, because if they can't kill the cannons, there's just no way. I mean, we had over 2 million units. They're still stretching to the horizon. The Germans are holding their formation. You can see the Americans able to get fire on the left and the right flanks. Holy crap. The range. Imagine if we put in a unit like the Hwacha, or rather the Katyusha rocket launcher that the Russians used in World War II. I'm shocked to say it, but I don't think this is enough. What we need to figure out is, why are these troops taking so long to get through here? The AI's not smart enough to just like climb down a trench and climb up it. They have to go through these choke points. And you can see literal rivers of soldiers. Yeah, that's called a bottleneck, if I've ever seen one. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of troops waiting for an opportunity. But this trench is a massive obstacle. The Americans need more tanks. But they need these tanks to flank. And instead of 2 million men coming from the same spot, let's get shotgunners. 1 million shotgunners. But we'll up the German soldiers to 20,000. Let's get an aerial view. If you were the Germans, I feel like you'd have to think you're about to just get absolutely dominated. 20,962 versus 1.97 million. Some of the terrain cuts out some of the troops. Fire's immediately happening on all sides. I'm very curious to see that group of Sherman tanks right there in that cluster of trees. They've got a nice gap that they could break through, so it shouldn't constrict them or bottleneck them too much. It will to some extent. In forcing the Germans to have to split their fire between 3 different directions might give the Americans a chance to break through and conquer the hill. These Shermans are able to move without getting fired at right now. That's going to be devastating, I think. I think if any of these tanks start knocking out any of those artillery pieces, it should be enough to shift the battle. They're getting shots off and no one's shooting back at them. Is there something going on with the terrain that the artillery can't see them? There is. The bird's eye view only paints part of the picture. The rest of it is topography. Look at this. The Shermans are able to be pulled down. I don't think any of those German 88s are able to hit these guys. Oh, some fire's coming in now. It's not the most accurate, though. Look at that. We're seeing German numbers drop considerably. There's just not enough defenders. And look at all this. The shotgunners are moving in on the right side. The German numbers are down to 10,000. The Americans have only lost, this is going to sound ridiculous, 300,000. Oh man, look at how many German 88s have been destroyed over here. And so many troops. Most of the casualties are the riflemen. Oh, some of the units are flanking behind them. And they're able to get in really, really close because of these hills. We didn't account for this when we just willy-nilly strapped troops down to the map. We had no idea it would do something like this. Now, if I take command of a unit, apparently there's iron sights now. Mouse wheel to zoom in. Ah, look at this! Charge! Prepare to be liberated. For America. I'm just gonna charge right in here. This is nuts. Now the FPS controls are very basic. Wait a minute. How am I getting this close? They're not looking at me. Oh, oh, someone's shooting at me. Ow. Stop it. Stop it. I'm liberating. Look at this. I'm getting hit by something. I'm assuming it's German riflemen because they're only doing like 1 damage a hit. All right, if that's the only damage I'm taking, I'm not doing a lot, but I'm doing something. So if we unpossess and leave this troop here, look at this guy. Oh, now he's starting to get shelled. But the Germans are down to 20, and the Americans still have 1.2 million troops on the field. It looks like after considerable losses, some might consider it a Pyrrhic victory. They have won the day and taken Hill 420. It was pretty hot out there, very smoky, and we're very high up in the air, but the battle was won for America. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.